Welcome back to Grind Mode Worldwide Radio. It's Unfiltered. I'm Ann James.
It's your boy Jay Skyline, and we have the privilege of coming to you directly from Waldorf, Maryland. Shout out to the Mideast Bomb Squad for bringing us along with them their wonderful weekend of recording and music videos. And we just out here chilling, getting it in, and we had to shoot a little bit of Unfiltered with y'all today. First and foremost, we're going to get into that overly unfiltered stuff, the brand new news we got coming out. Two men were killed after, I don't know why they put the word killed on this. I'm just reading the headline. Two men died after attempting to drive over a open drawbridge, Dukes and Hazzard style. And apparently they went out of their way to do this. Like, they got up to the drawbridge was down, and the guy out the passenger seat went up, pulled the drawbridge up, got the thing out the way. My homie backed it up like a good quarter mile, and I guess a quarter mile wasn't good enough. He might have needed a whole mile, or just might wanted to wait until the bridge went down. Yeah, they jumped over the bridge, went into the water, and they are gone today in Louisiana.
What was it like? Was this like we can do it? It's like if you have to go take your time to open up the thing, you're already that's too late. You gotta push it, go around it. You gotta jump it. I don't know, y'all. That was a bad idea.
I'm not about that life, and I'm a big Fast and Furious fan.
Yeah,
that's the funny part. Like they did that. They've done it in like 3 different movies, and it's 80. And I'm not out here for jumping drawbridges. No, this ain't Need for Speed. And I played a lot of Need for Speed, and that shit barely works in the video game. What do you mean?
The other guys, was it Samuel L. Jackson and
I wasn't jumping off a straight roof.
But they were like, we got this.
I didn't. Nobody's
Rock,
ever been able to tell me.
Was it Rock and who was it?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, okay.
No, nobody's ever told me where the bushes
Go for the bushes.
were. Fuck
what?
the bushes.
There was like maybe a shrub or something. That wasn't
No, it was a city block. In other news, for like so we getting y'all mini overly unfiltered, a swarm of bees followed a woman's car for 2 days because the queen bee was trapped in the back of the car.
That's pretty. Yeah, they're here for the protect the queen. So,
like, I just want what would have happened if the queen died? Did they just leave?
No, they would die. They'll pick a new queen, but she's the current queen. So,
my car would have an issue. I might have to burn that shit. And I know we all about saving the bees, but somebody had to come get them. Yeah, somebody would have had like, hey man, y'all got a smooth hour. Well, we wouldn't be able to get there. Y'all got a smooth hour. Get over here and get this shit off my car.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would have left my door open and just let it go from there. Was it in the trunk or something?
Yeah, well, it was stuck in the trunk. I guess she went to Walmart and was closing the trunk on accident, and they like swarmed the back of her car, so there was just a bunch of bees just glued to the back windshield of her car, covering it.
If they're like bumblebees, you might be able to get away with like just pushing them off, but like I would be like calling an expert on that. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah, I know we couldn't go without talking a little bit sports with you guys. We in the home of the Washington Redskins. Shout out to my homie Kevin, and we're going to get into a little bit of sports. I got an update on last playoff wins. We're going to get into that a little bit right now. So I have a large portal of every football team in the NFL and their last playoff wins. I'm not going to get into teams that have gotten a playoff win since 2010. I'm going to get into the teams that hadn't won since 2010. Because I feel like if you've won in the last 9 years, that you okay. And that includes teams that y'all probably ain't think about, like the Jets that went to the AFC Championship in 2011. We got teams like recently the Titans, Jaguars, and teams like we look down on. They've recently won games. But these are the teams that have not won in over 10 years a playoff game. We're going to talk about them real quick. Washington Redskins, hometown team we at right now, 2006. The Buccaneers haven't won a playoff game since they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Oakland Raiders have not won a playoff game since they lost the Super Bowl to the Buccaneers. The Dolphins, 2000. The Buffalo Bills have not won a playoff game since they lost the last of 4 Super Bowls. They lost that last Super Bowl, and then they
was the best team ever.
1995 Browns. That was the Browns before. That's the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Like if we're talking about 1995 Browns, that is the current Baltimore Ravens. It means the current Browns team has not won a playoff games in their existence. The 1992 Detroit Lions. That's Barry Sanders.
Really bad.
And 1991 Bengals, who I could not tell you who was on.
Who would that been? Oh, damn.
Like I couldn't. So think about this. Like that again. That Bengals one proves another thing. Again, I am not here to tell people that brothers shouldn't deserve a job. But if your team hasn't won a playoff game since 1991 and you had the job for about 20 years, you might not. It might be time to go.
Yeah. Was it Carson? So Carson Palmer?
Not 1991. Carson Palmer was drafted in 2001.
What?
Carson Palmer was drafted.
I'm saying like so he never got that.
Carson Palmer, Chad Ochocinco, Andy Dalton. We can talk about all the good players from the Bengals. They have not won a playoff game since 1991.
That's some real shit.
That means and the fact that they won the AFC North a couple times and they just went to the playoffs and lost.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They just lost in the wild card or whatever it would be.
Then again, and then there's things like the team from Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2017, which is amazing to me because again, hey, that's some underachieving. That's some underachieving compared to teams like the Titans. The Jaguars have won playoff games in the recent years. The Colts, and the Colts were bad for a year. So yeah, there's a couple teams I'm like, hey man, I'm shocked the teams are not performing up to their par. And again, there's teams like the Jets and the Bears and the Giants that haven't won a playoff game since 2011 or 12. And those teams have been middling since that time.
Boomer Esiason?
Boomer Esiason.
Esiason, that was him.
That's way too far. And the big news of the day, again, we've been out here partying with them, so I have not seen everything, but I'm going to get into the stats. And again, like usual, I'll get our live reactions. The Toronto Raptors beat the Bucks last night, 105-99.
So they just came back from the 2-2.
It was 2-0. No, it was 2-0.
We get 2-0, but then like it went 2-2, and it's just been going. So it's not 3-2, and it's
Toronto's 3-2. Next game could be it, or the Bucks got to get it to game 7. We'll get some of these stats right now. I'm gonna start off with the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard went off for 35 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. Siakam hit him with the 14 points, 13 rebounds, so he got the double-double out there. Marc Gasol didn't really have a game at all, 4 points, 6 rebounds. Kyle Lowry came out with the 17, 6, and 7, 17 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. And then Van Vliet came out with the 21 points off the bench, looking like a real 6-man yesterday. So, yeah, good game out of them. Let's see what happened to the Bucks, though. It's really the thing about the Toronto is I think their players, when I'm seeing the stat lines, they're getting their stats every game. It's really about if you could stop the Bucks. So let's see what they did to stop the Bucks. Giannis got 24 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. It's an average game for Giannis. We got to see what happened around the board on that one. Chris Middleton came out with 6 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. I marvel that because if you ain't a scoring dude, getting those 10 assists and those 10 rebounds matter as much as the people getting points, even though y'all still lost. Eric Bledsoe got 20 points, 2 assists. That's where it's always that type of shit that makes me think y'all lost. Eric Bledsoe's supposed to be our point guard. He out getting 2 assists. That's always the thing. If you're a point guard out here getting 2 assists, y'all ain't gonna win. And then Bogdan came out here with 18 points and 11 rebounds. They were rebounding good. It was a close game. I'm just assuming that they hustled them. Again, I didn't get to see any of the highlights yet, so that's what I'm assuming.
Oh.
I mean, you want Toronto to win.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be pretty dope. But I mean, but when it comes down to, the last game, it's like, is it going to be...
You know what the thing about Toronto is? The last time Kawhi Leonard was healthy in the playoffs against the Golden State Warriors, they were up by 20 points, the Spurs. The Spurs were up by 20 points playing the Warriors. I actually believe that the Spurs would have took them pretty deep into that series. So Kawhi Leonard might be the one person who could single-handedly do this.
But you think that team is a better team than the Spurs?
That team back then, no. But that's because of Greg Popovich. I don't think. Yeah. First thing, the name of the coach is Nick Nurse. So or Nick Nurse. I'm never really gonna be behind a guy named Nick Nurse. So
okay.
And you got Drake out here rubbing your shoulders in the middle of games. I think that shuffle.
Yeah, no, Drake needs to stop.
No. So you know what the thing is, and people keep on forget about this. Drake has an official title with the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, for real?
He's the brand ambassador. Their practice facility has OVO on the practice facility. It's like the OVO practice facility for Toronto or something. So he is officially a part of the team. I think he's a glorified mascot personally, but he's a part of the team.
Toronto Drizzies.
I just don't want to see Drake in the final. First thing, because Drake be out here wearing all this Golden State shit. Like, what happens to Golden State win? Are you going to the locker room like you did with Miami? I feel like Drake going to the locker room no matter who wins.
Yeah. That's Drake. Drake money for that now.
Before we go, we're going to get to this music. We got a big music update over the last 24 hours. Before we went on this road trip, basically, right before we left, I found out Young Thug dropped the London featuring J. Cole and Travis Scott. That makes J. Cole's third Deep South feature of the year. It's his third feature of the year. But he's going for, I guess, because he's not going to have any of these dudes on his album. Unless it's the Dream Chasers project's going to have features, but that's a comp album for the label.
Yeah.
But y'all could have told me any day from now, like, hey, I'm about to drop this joint with J. Cole, I would not have believed you. I would have been like, you need more people. Like, I was like, you need more people for me to believe you. But J. Cole, I've been listening to it a couple times. J. Cole's verse is amazing, but it's more. This is like radio J. Cole, which we don't. We haven't got that in like 4 years, 4 or 5 years, to be honest with you. And he destroys it. Travis Scott's hook's okay, and it's not the greatest hook on earth.
It's just the Travis Scott hook.
Honestly, what kills me is every time I hear the hook or I hear the J. Cole verse, I somehow miss the Travis hook between the Young Thug verse. Like, I don't hear it. It's there. I know it's there. I've listened to the song close enough to know that they replayed the hook. But it's just like J. Cole's verse, I'm just like, I don't care about the hook after that.
Yeah. Young Thug, it's whatever.
I've been more appreciative of Young Thug recently since things have gotten a little less off the suspect side of things. He's just been really performing, doing music. Again, I don't look at, and again, I'm not the type of person that's like, all rap has to be lyrical or all the rappers got to have some. I look at people like Travis Scott and Young Thug. It's like, you got to vibe. If you're fucked up or you're vibing right or you're just chilling, drinking something cool, they're vibe music. I'm not out here for these dudes to re-explain geometry to me verbally.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you had some videos you want to talk about before we got out?
Yeah, check out on our page, UnFiltered. Go check it out, UnFiltered on Facebook. There's a video. It's a YouTube video, and it's a man shirtless attacking a bus, and he's throwing this massive rock at it. I think he broke a few windows.
Yeah, he threw a boulder through a bus.
And then the one doesn't break, so he for some reason the door is open, so he walks on the fucking bus, and from there on out, it's him versus the whole entire bus. So
color didn't matter.
The color didn't matter. Yeah, the color didn't matter when it came down to this. It was like everybody's putting hands here.
So one dude looked like a proper white businessman, and he was in the group with them, getting his hands dirty. They were all fucking him up. At some point, like there was we could definitely say there was excessive force at some point because it was like 10, 15 people on this nigga like outside the bus, like. It looked like one of those cartoon shows when like all the clowns get off the back. Everybody rushed off the back of the bus when this nigga got on the bus. And then he gets off the bus and they just start beating his ass. I was like, oh.
Yeah, this is what's happening.
Like honestly, and I'm not making any joke on the situation, but y'all remember the Dave Chappelle sketch where he was talking about what should have happened on Flight 93? That's exactly the bus, but that bus is what he was talking about. That bus was like, wait, we ain't gonna be no victims. That bus made they made a choice. We are not the victims here. I will give you that. Like, we're gonna fuck him up. They're gonna hold him down. The cops are gonna have to take him to the hospital. That's one of the ones where we gotta take him to the hospital before we take him to jail. Yeah. Gotta handcuff him to the fucking gurney.
Jeez, yeah. But
so before we go, because we're not gonna be back on before the series ends. Does anybody have any change of picks? I'm guessing I'm talking about myself, but I gotta ask a question.
Right now, tonight. So it's gonna be on tonight, Saturday night. Wait, yeah.
It'll be tonight.
Yeah.
We might get a peep at after the music shoot.
Yeah, we might see what's up. I don't know. I think this might be it. This is the last game.
You saying last game?
Yeah. Okay. This might be it. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm calling the game too. Actually, like I went for the Bucks originally, but I didn't think it was gonna go this way. So like things have gone real south. Apparently they figured out how to stop Giannis and the rest of the team. Yeah, I think it's gonna go. It's gonna go in 6. I'm sorry. I want Giannis to go to the finals. I'm a Giannis fan. I just like Giannis's game. I'm the type of person that when somebody is a freak, and I'm like a physical, like that man, like I like how the one dude be calling him. He's an extraterrestrial. Dude is a physical phenomenon. Mm-hmm. Kawhi Leonard's cool, but he also got the weirdest laugh of all time. So,
do you think like the Bucks can do good against the Lakers at all? I mean, the Golden State at all.
Oh no! If the funny part is, I actually think that Toronto will do better than against the Warriors. And I thought the Bucks was probably going to get swept or a gentleman sweep. Yeah. I think that it'll go to 6. And I think if Toronto makes it to the finals, I think it'll probably go to 6. I think they'll get 2 wins. Mm-hmm. Again, it's just Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's defensively, like that's the funny part. Draymond Green out here talking about he's the best defensive player in the league, and keep on playing. Kawhi Leonard is out here playing because he plays both ways. Draymond is, when you are no threat on the offensive side, you can be a bully on the defensive side. I'm sorry. Yeah. That sounds fucked up, but that's the truth. We about to get into this, but again, we out here in Waldorf, Maryland, letting y'all know we getting on location. Malachi would not let us stay out here without make us do a show. We out here doing it in this beautiful setting, which y'all just got to see before we came out here. We don't get to do stuff like this a lot, man. We came out here for the road trip. Mid-East Bomb Squad, again, we about to be out here shooting a video. Malachi's in the video. He got a verse, so we going to be in the video doing all types of weird shit. Now, James going to be doing his dance in the video somewhere. So check it out. We'll get y'all behind the scenes stuff. Again, Unfiltered Sky 99 on Snapchat if y'all want to check out what I'm doing on Snapchat. And I'll be throwing stuff on the Facebook Live. But y'all be like real fans of the show for me on my actual Facebook Live. And yeah, we'll get some Unfiltered stuff up. James is in control of the Unfiltered Instagram, so always check that out too. Unfiltered 412 or no, Unfiltered PGH.
PGH underscore PGH. Yep.
So
check it out.
And then always Roundmo Worldwide Radio, man. Check it out, man. It's Unfiltered, Instagram and Facebook. We here. See y'all a little bit later.